is a silence that only warriors know. It's not the absence of sound. The battlefield is anything but quiet. It's the silence that comes after the chaos, when the clash of steel has faded and the cries of the fallen have been swallowed by the earth. It's a silence that settles deep beneath the skin, where words cannot reach. A silence that lingers long after the battle is over, long after the scars have healed. It is the silence of loneliness, the kind that comes with carrying a weight no one else can see. They say a warrior's life is one of honor, of courage, of glory. But they don't speak of the solitude. They don't speak of the nights spent staring at the stars, questioning the purpose of it all. They don't speak of the faces that haunt your dreams, of the lives taken in the name of duty, of the lives you couldn't save. They don't speak of the burden of survival, of being the one who walks away when so many do not. For a warrior, the world is divided into two, the battlefield and everything else. On the battlefield, there is purpose, there is clarity. Every move, every breath, every heartbeat is focused on the fight. There is no room for doubt, no time for fear. It is a place of raw, unfiltered existence, where life and death hang in the balance. But off the battlefield, that's where the real battle begins. That's where the loneliness creeps in, where the memories take hold, where the silence becomes deafening. It's not that a warrior doesn't have comrades. The bonds forged in battle are stronger than steel, unbreakable in ways that defy explanation. But even among comrades, there is a distance. Each carries their own ghosts, their own scars, their own silence. And so the loneliness remains, a constant companion, a shadow that never leaves. The world beyond the battlefield feels foreign, detached. The laughter of strangers, the simplicity of their lives, it all seems so distant, so unreachable. How do you explain to someone who has never held a sword, never faced the abyss, what it means to carry the weight of life and death in your hands? How do you bridge the gap between their reality and yours? The truth is, you don't. You can't. And so the warrior remains apart, an observer in a world that no longer feels like home. But loneliness is not just an absence. It is a presence. It is the shadow that walks beside you, the voice that whispers in the quiet moments, the ache that settles deep in your chest. It is the reminder of all you've lost, of all you've endured, of all you've become. It is both a burden and a gift, a pain and a strength. For in the loneliness there is truth. In the silence there is clarity. A warrior's loneliness is not just about being alone. It is about being set apart, about carrying a piece of the battlefield with you wherever you go. It is about the weight of responsibility, the cost of survival, the price of honor. It is about the choices made, the paths taken, the sacrifices endured. It is about living with the knowledge that you are forever changed, that you can never go back to the person you were before. And yet, there is resilience in this loneliness. There is a strength that comes from standing alone, from facing the darkness within and refusing to be consumed by it. There is a power in owning your scars, in embracing your solitude, in finding meaning in the silence. For a warrior's loneliness is not a weakness. It is a testament to their journey, to their endurance, to their unwavering spirit. There are moments, fleeting but precious, when the loneliness fades. A shared laugh with a comrade, a quiet moment under the stars, a memory that brings a smile instead of tears. In those moments, the warrior is reminded that they are not alone, not truly. that even in the solitude, there is connection. That even in the silence, there is hope. The path of a warrior is not an easy one. It is a path of pain, of sacrifice, of loneliness. But it is also a path of strength, of resilience, of honor. It is a path that shapes you, that tests you, that defines you. And in the end, it is a path worth walking. For the warrior's loneliness is not the end of the story. It is a chapter, a passage, a part of the journey. And like all journeys, it leads somewhere. To understanding, to growth, to peace, and perhaps to a place where the silence is no longer something to fear, but something to embrace. A place where the warrior can lay down their sword, lift their head, and know that they are not alone, not in the ways that matter. A warrior's loneliness is not a void. It is a space to reflect, to remember, to heal. A space to find yourself, to rebuild, to grow. And in that space there is a quiet strength, a resilience that cannot be broken. For the warrior who faces their loneliness is the warrior who finds their true self. And in that self they find not just solitude, but freedom. In the echoes of solitude, a warrior learns the language of resilience. The silence that once felt suffocating becomes a sanctuary, a place to hear the whispers of wisdom that only emerge in stillness. It is here that the warrior begins to understand the paradox of loneliness, that to truly connect with others, one must first connect with oneself. The solitude carves away the superficial, leaving behind the essence of who they are, untamed and unbroken. A warrior's journey through loneliness isn't just about survival, it's about transformation. Each step forward, each confrontation with the ghosts of the past, brings them closer to a deeper understanding of what it means to live with purpose. The pain doesn't vanish, but it becomes part of the tapestry, a thread woven into the fabric of their existence. It adds depth to their story, strength to their character, and compassion to their soul. Even in solitude, the warrior carries the essence of those they've fought beside. The laughter shared over a fire, the bonds formed in the heat of battle, the unspoken understanding that only those who face the abyss can share. These moments linger, glowing embers in the cold nights of isolation. They remind the warrior that even in their loneliest hours, they are not truly alone. The scars, both seen and unseen, are not marks of defeat, but of survival. They are reminders of battles fought, lessons learned, and strength gained. The loneliness, too, becomes a badge of honor, not for the isolation itself, but for the courage it takes to face it head-on, to walk through the darkness not knowing what lies ahead, and emerge stronger, wiser, and more whole. There is a beauty in the warrior's loneliness, a quiet elegance in their ability to stand firm when the world feels empty. It is the kind of strength that inspires others even if they do not understand its source. For the warrior's journey is not just their own. It is a beacon for those who walk similar paths, a reminder that even in the depths of solitude, there is light to be found. As the warrior continues their path, they begin to see the world through a different lens. The laughter of strangers, once distant, becomes a melody that resonates within. The simplicity of life, once foreign, reveals its quiet beauty. The connections they once thought impossible begin to form, fragile but real. And in these moments, the warrior realizes that loneliness, while a part of their story, does not define it. The journey of a warrior is one of contrasts, solitude and connection, pain and joy, darkness and light. It is a journey that tests the limits of endurance, but it is also one that reveals the boundless capacity of the human spirit. The warrior's loneliness, once a weight that threatened to crush them, becomes a foundation upon which they build their strength. In the end, a warrior's loneliness is not a destination but a crossroads. It is a place where they confront their fears, embrace their truths, and find their way forward. It is a reminder that even in the silence, there is a voice. Steady, unyielding, and true. A voice that whispers of hope, of resilience, of the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. So let the warrior walk their path, scars and all. Let them carry their loneliness with pride, not as a burden, but as a testament to their journey. And let them find in the quiet spaces between the battles the strength to keep moving forward. For the warrior's loneliness is not the end. It is the beginning of something greater. It is the birth of a resilience that cannot be broken, a hope that cannot be extinguished, and a spirit that will never be defeated.